Hello guys, this is Tahir and today we're going to do the movement. First of all, we're going to Window, Package Manager, search for input keyword, select the Unity registry here and hit install. It's gonna restart the editor. So I'm now going to add very simple plane and a very simple player, green and collider. Gonna have a player as well. And I'm going to have just a little face so we can see where's the front. Okay, cool. Now we can click on player and add player input, then create action. Okay, we can see that we have 3 actions here. We can add more or delete some bindings or add more bindings, and these bindings basically, when you click one of them, like here we have WASD, then you activate the action, which is move. I'm gonna show you now in the script. And now we can click on open input settings. Here you would have a button to enable the input settings. Also, we're going to drag this input action to actions. Now we can create a new folder, call it scripts, and then create C# player movement. Double click. So here's what I added in the script. You can pause the video, write everything, and I will explain it in a bit. Okay, so the first thing I added here was the namespace for the input system, and then I added a variable for the run speed, which we can multiply with the inputs we have. Then I had a vector to the move input. I will explain a little bit about it here. And then we had a rigid body for our player. So first we are calling the rigid body, and then in update we have these 2 functions. The first one is for the movement, and the second one is to flip the character when it moves right or left. So this one here is the message that we have on our input system component, which we can see there. So it's on move because it's one of the actions, so we can see it here. And any action we add, we will be able to see it here and call it from inside the script. When we have the this function with the input value, which is the WASD or the other inputs from the joystick, we will execute this line here. We are setting the move input over there to the value that we are putting basically. So it's going to be a vector to 1 or -1. Then we have the run function. We are setting the rigid body velocity to the player velocity, and the player velocity is vector 2, which contains the move input .x, which is this one, but we are only taking the x value multiplied by the run speed, and then we have the velocity of the rigid body of y, so it stays as it is. Then we have the flip sprite function. We use those properties mathf.abs and then .epsilon and mathf.sign. Mathf.absolute returns the absolute value of f, so basically if you have -10, it's gonna return a 10. And then we have the epsilon, which is the smallest value that a float can have. It cannot be 0. And then we have the sign that returns the sign of the f. So here we have created a boolean called player has speed, and it's only true when the absolute value of the x velocity is bigger than the smallest number. Okay, so if this is true, we're going to change the x scale of the player, because when we change the sign of it, it flips. So if it was plus, then this is going to be plus. If it was minus, this is going to be minus. And we are keeping the local scale on the y. Now what we should do is first drag this player movement to the player, and then add a rigid body. And it should be working now, so let's try. Oops. Okay, we didn't add a collider. So I press D, it moves to the right. I press A, it moves to the left. And the character, as you see, flips and this value changes. So yeah, that's the movement with the new input system. Lastly, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. It would encourage me to do similar videos. And have a good one. Bye.